think we got much better intellect, but we lack
Mankind is
other
superior
abilities, which
to
Evan
lower
refers
animals
to.
because we can achieve much more than they can.
What?
Higher
I
intelligence,
invited a
we use
friend
them
of
for
mine.
food.
Can
flying
you
with
We
an
are
talk
better
about
than
what
they
we're
are.
here for? Because they're going off on a tangent.
Oh, okay, sure.
There's a lot of things that we can't
Well, many animals, they have
Mhm.
diseases.
Hey everyone. Yeah, for
There's a
for
lot of diseases. We can fly using planes.
Gadmund. Gadmund.
Intelligence is the tool that allows us to unlock the secrets of the universe.
Mhm.
Essentially, man,
Oops.
becoming more and more like God.
We do actually, and this is actually why we raised this question about AI, because this is really interesting topic. Okay, for those, hold on 1 second. Let me do this little introduction speech for those who just joined. Sorry, that's my dog. So yeah, actually, for those who joined, this is our weekly event called The Theory of Everything. Every week we choose some interesting topic. Sometimes I have more than one person in my room. Yeah, and every week we choose some interesting topics that we would like to talk about, and we invite you to join this open floor where everybody's encouraged to express themselves. So that way, when we talk about some topics and allow other people's opinions to exist, it kind of helps us to expand our mindset. So yeah, feel free to express your opinion about anything that is being said, and try to stay respectful but honest. I like the way people express their opinions. Thanks, Evan and Gudmund. I like that you have very different opinions. Be respectful, but also if you are interrupted, keep talking. So we're here to listen to you. So today we're going to talk. Yeah, we started talking about AI and neural networks, and we are going to continue with that. So. Yeah. Also, you can raise your hand if you want to speak. I can give you a megaphone, or maybe Mendes also can do that. We both are co-hosts and moderators at the same time. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue the room. Oh, I see one fresh hand raise. Oh, Gudmund. Okay, let me give you a megaphone. Yeah, I like this fact that you.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I like the fact that you actually expressed this opinion. I think that is rather widely accepted, that people are superior to other species, and I think it has something to do with our power over other species, and like just the facts that we are more powerful. But that's where this question about AI gets more interesting, because we still don't have competition right now, because we have guns, we have so much destructive power that we can use against basically anybody. Living in Soviet Russia, I can say that. But unfortunately, the world is based on the principles of survival. But what if we have this AI that is going to be more powerful than us, and we have this competition, and where we have to, be a little bit more humble? So this is an interesting question as well. How that would change the society.
Well, I think that's a much more realistic thing that is going to happen. That man is going to merge with this technology, and it's not going to be silicon-based robotic technology, because such technology is incompatible with the human body. It gets rejected. It's essentially a foreign object. It does not operate upon the same principle as biological objects. And let's face it, my friend, any piece of biological equipment, a bird, an eagle, they're much more versatile, much more energy efficient than a simple drone. They can stay out there in the wild for a lot longer, require a lot less energy. So essentially, animals are living machines that are much more energy efficient than the machines of steel and wood and glass and silicon that we make. So any advances to ourselves that we want to make, we need to have to make in a biological manner, using the means of genetic engineering. But in order to get there, we'll have to use computers, those statistical programs, which we dub as AI, even though I wouldn't really call them AI, more like very trained and very complicated statistical models of reality.
Yeah, neural networks.
We need to endure, exactly, to use neural networks to figure out our genome and to improve it, so we gain even more superiority when it comes to our intelligence to the more primitive species that inhabit this earth. Because we want to be like gods, reach into the stars and live for all eternity. Or at least
Dominating
would be a nice thing.
Yeah, I think dominating above
Being
others.
biologically immortal.
Go ahead.
Sorry, what?
I think also dominating is one of the motivations, that people have a lot.
No, not really. I mean, after all, man's control over nature is because of his intelligence, and his desire to control nature is directly linked to his survival, because nature is red in tooth and claw. And before the invention, discovery of fire and more complex organization of human societies, were prey to every other animal out there, to bears, to wolves, and to even simple microbes. So man's organization to simple society, this golden age of technology that we're able to unlock using the power of intellect, is something that is directly linked to our survival, that we want to live and to continue to prosper in this world. And that's why we became so superior in order to do that. That's why we uplifted ourselves to this level that's almost up to gods. We're the only interplanetary species, well, not really interplanetary yet, the only living species on face of this planet that was able to land his own kind on another planet using his own power.
But I think we're way above that line of survival. Paul?
we're using tools, and take away our
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, Paul. Let me give you a microphone. You're too far. Ah, there you go. So,
Yeah, but we're using tools, Goodman. Take away our tools, be it guns, bows and arrows, computers. Don't face a lion and tell it you're superior to it. One is going to survive. The other
You claw a
isn't.
lion and
It's
cut
not
off
going
his
to be
paws. The lion is not superior to you then. His appendage is also his tools.
Right.
What
I
I
don't.
want to interject.
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
we're
Like
dependent
you
on
say,
our
I don't know if we're
tools.
superior in that.
Look,
Maybe.
I'm not
Yeah,
hold on. Let me give you a microphone. Evan?
that's why more superior, because tools are more
look,
versatile.
I'm not looking at superior take away.
as is who's the more intellectual, who's the more powerful, who's this or that.
We're a living
We are more
species that
powerful.
shares
We are more
hold
intellectual.
on.
We are the
But
ones that
hold on.
created the
Keep
chemistry.
talking, keep talking.
I'm not arguing that point. That's not the argument. My point is we all share a consciousness, regardless of who's higher than who. I'm looking at the
No,
consciousness
no, we don't.
aspect.
I don't share
A
my
tree may
consciousness
have a
with you.
conscious. It's a
I'm not
living
a
thing.
telepath.
And we all have to rely on each other in an ecosystem. Otherwise, we could perish. So, I mean, that's where I'm looking. I'm just looking at it from
I don't rely on you to
science. I'm
survive.
just looking at it from.
I don't even know you.
Gutman, please. It's a polite request. Please don't interrupt people when they speak.
Not saying that we're not humans. I'm not putting down humanity here. I'm just saying that we all rely on each other. We all have consciousness, regardless if you're an ant or you're, or a wrestler or whatever. You have a consciousness. So that's where we all share a unique similarity. What is that consciousness? If who's gonna break consciousness first is my fear. Is it no more different than Stephen H. Hawking stated that was his fear? Who's gonna more advance? We're created. We could argue about how we were created all we want, but somebody created us the same way we created it.
Who
So
created
at what
us?
point, which has the most advanced, and then who gets to control those keys? The
Who
power
created us, my
of
friend? Can I ask you a question?
AI.
Who
So
has created us?
Right. Well, hold on. We're toward the end of our event. I wanted to say that that superiority complex that we have as humans now, I think that's what if we pass that on as a trait to AI, right? We
Exactly.
have that
Yes.
that's
ideology
where all
to
the
that, and what if AI
discrimination.
thought it was superior to us? So I would say, I like to try to focus on trying to find unity with our environment. I think that when we have that hunter-gatherer thing, it lasted for so many millions of years. We didn't move transform because we was already doing something that was productive for us, so but now we're moving so fast, we may do something that's going to cause us harm, like imposing that superiority that you're talking about, Dummy. If we pass that trait on, is what I'm really afraid of.
But my friend, it's just a fact of things that we are superior to the other species
Superiority.
because we can
So
do much more than they
superiority
can.
is a complex that we have as humans. It's part of our ego
It's not a
as we've
complex, it's
done
a
this.
fact.
I mean,
You
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
a
to
it's a
know.
motivation
there's
where
creatures that live for thousands of years that I believe, are superior to us. They don't need to put clothes on to hide from the cold.
No.
There's other things in there, like you say, we need to do
And
genetic
also, the young
modifications. There's
die in
already
a higher
creatures
rate because
that
they don't have
exist that have
vaccinations.
genetic modifications, right? That can live and that can do those things that we want to be able to do.
Yeah, but we now can apply genetic modification to ourselves, and in a sense, we're becoming much more superior to the animals
I support
because
that.
we can steal their traits and apply them to themselves, to ourselves.
Yeah, it's the question of motivation. Yeah, it's a question of motivation. It's like, and that's why it's ethically, it's stopping us from experimenting or cloning people, because it's unethical, and that's where there's conflict between to be happy and to live in peace, or to be superior and to be better than everybody else and to expand, or maybe civilization. That those are two different perspectives, and I think that both work for their.
Okay, you misunderstand what I'm speaking about. When I speak
Mm-hmm.
about the fact that man is superior to other animals, I do not speak about a motivation to become superior somehow, uh, gain an inherent superiority and be proud about that. No, it's just a fact.
It is a fact, but
Superiority.
how did we get there? Understanding the reasons is what's important for understanding where we're moving on and how to live. How. Yeah.
We don't do this by ourselves. We have tools and we've created processes. So that's how we do this.
Yeah, that's the mechanics. But I agree with Goodman that it's a fact, like the result.
Develop our tools because of our superior intellect.
Is it because or due to that?
Yeah, it's because we're weak. We need stuff to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's not already available in the environment. Other creatures survive by what's available in the environment. Fine.
My friend,
We
do you
have to
know
create
how
tools
early
and
humans became bipedals and hunted, and why we're so good at running long distances?
That's
It's
what it
because
took for
we
us to
hunted by
survive.
running down prey. We
I don't think you'd be
became
running
quite
with the
adept,
cheetah
running prey down on
you,
two
man.
legs. We did almost
Humans
slow
don't
and
find-
it's quite energy efficient.
I don't know.
Humans
It's
don't
not
do that by
very,
themselves,
very
right?
fast.
Humans,
You can
humans
run
hunt in packs.
down a quadrupedal prey and then butcher it.
Humans also hunt each other.
It was a part of
They use
evolution as well.
superiority over each
So we're not
other.
as
and-
weak as you imagine.
So now we're just now we're
I'm
just
not
human
saying
farms.
I think
feeding
you're
something.
misunderstanding when I say we. We all share, no matter how strong you think you are over any other animal, don't you share the same consciousness with them? I'm looking at the consciousness I'm
Well, you
putting
said it-
above
you
No, I
share
don't.
existence
life
with
on
them.
Earth.
I do
Yeah,
not
sure.
share consciousness with
Battle
you. I do not
begins.
share consciousness with my dog. I do not share consciousness
but
with any
everybody
cat, my
has
friend.
a
You're
consciousness.
mistaken.
But you're
Mhm.
You
sharing
share reality
consciousness
with
as part of life. I
No,
don't
you
understand
don't.
what
I have my
you don't
consciousness, they have
understand.
theirs, my friend. You're
I
severely
don't understand
mistaken.
what part of why can't you understand it's simple complex? You come in acting like a scientist.
Well, my friend,
You
what
just
you're
don't
saying is
understand it's
absolutely
simple complex?
ridiculous. It's ludicrous.
It's
How
a
can I share my
concept.
consciousness with somebody
Don't you
else?
understand it? We
My
are all
consciousness
in
is
reality.
mine. Sharing
Unless
reality
we're
is
on
different
another
from sharing your
planet or another
consciousness.
dimension or
But we
something.
still share reality.
What
with reality.
consciousness is. How can we say whether we share it or not?
We live in a common reality, but your consciousness might be very altered from mine. And for all I know, if you take some LSD, well, you enter a different conscious state, which you do not share with me.
Regardless of what you say, there's four forces that cannot be argued that we are aware of: gravitational force.
My
strong
friend, you
nuclear
change
energy,
consciousness
weak
to
nuclear
reality now.
energy,
You seems to be
and
quite
the
altered, moving the
magnetic force. Those are
goalposts.
the four forces that share, that every living species on the planet shares. It's an ecosystem. We all rely. Now we can get into, am I smarter than a bear?
So how do I share my
All
consciousness
that's
with you? Can you
irrelevant.
speak about the
At the same
mechanism
time,
now? You share it.
consciousness is
Right, exchanging
No.
reality. That's how we share consciousness.
how it should
Anytime
be
Well,
you
not really, my
interact
friend. We don't really share consciousness because your
Yeah, you do.
consciousness confined to your brain. You communicate your emotional,
Every time
intellectual
you
states
interact
to
with
me
another,
using a
every
common
time you
language.
interact, you share your consciousness. Anytime you connect with
Mhm.
anything,
Oh,
you're,
come
you're
on,
sharing
friend, you're stretching the concept to the absurd.
you're
Hold
exposing
on.
energy, right? Anytime you do anything, apply anything, whether it's thought process or words, you're applying an energy force out there. So we all receive
Energy
a part of your
force.
conscious.
You're applying an energy force. Sorry, my friend. You know, in physics, force and energy, it's a bit different. But that being
Well,
said, let's say I talk to you.
think
How do I
I
apply
think as
energy
one,
force to
right?
you?
Hi, Osama. Would you like to say something? I see your hand raised.
Oh, when I raise my
Everyone
hand.
has their own.
Yeah,
No,
when
I
you
didn't.
the.
I didn't.
Okay. I hope you're not. Yeah, I know. But I hope you're not trolling. But yeah, you seem like a good guy. So.
Perceptions of reality.
Oh
But
no,
if we disagree
I'm
upon
so fucking
fundamental facts
zoned
of
out.
reality, how can you
No, I'm just high as shit.
Okay, good. Enjoy your time.
No, it supports what both of us just
Yes.
said,
Yeah,
right?
everybody has a
What you
different
just
view
said
of reality.
supports.
And
Right.
you can't
That's
really
what I
blame
just said too. Right. Yeah, he
You're
just
going to have
repeated
an opinion about it, but
what
you're
I had
sharing
said
it.
too. So,
Guys, I enjoyed this conversation a lot. Well, it's not as docile as we usually have, but yeah, still. But I really have to go, unfortunately. But I wish I could
Yes,
stay.
we thank you. It's very, very thought
have a
provoking
good night, Ozzy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
matter. So
Yeah. Thanks for
we
sharing your
appreciate
thoughts.
being heard.
Right.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
share this
Take
reality,
care.
right? You
yeah,
said
yeah,
that, right?
yeah. Stay for after party. Bye, bye, guys. Bye, Sundance.